Welcome back, gamers. We're in week 2 of Riven's Wishes. This week, the trial, or the quest, is going to be getting 7 Ascendant chests within the Dreaming City. To get these chests, you need to get the Tincture of Queenswell from Petra, or from any other source that you can, put it on, and then go basically play a giant game of hide-and-seek. Now, technically speaking, you can get 10 chests per week in the Dreaming City on a 3-week cycle, but you only need 7 for this Riven's Wish quest. Now, I bring up the 10 because it's on a 3-week cycle, and the chests change depending on the week. So for this video, the current week when it's going up is Curse Weakest, and that's the chests you're going to see in the footage in a second here. But if you're watching this next week or the week after, or just on a different cycle week, for either Curse Growing, which is the middle week, or Curse Maximum, the 3rd week, then you would need to look up the chests for that particular week instead. Just wanted to know that in case anybody gets confused why a particular chest is not there that you saw in the video. So let's begin with number 1, the Bay of Drowned Witches Lost Sector. To get here, you simply just go to Divalian Mists, where you spawn in on the map right here, turn around, and then just simply walk into the cave, which will lead you to this Lost Sector. Now, to actually see the Ascendant chests and the platforms, you do need to have a Tincture of Queenswell on, which is this right here. You can buy this from Petra in the Dreaming City. She rotates on each side once per week, so now she's in the Strand. Another week she'll be in Ray Sylvia, and then she'll be in Divalian Mist. So just pay attention where she is to buy the tinctures. Then, once you've gotten the tincture in the Bay of Drowned Witches Lost Sector, this is the zone here, there'll be some Screeps to kill and some Abominations, nothing crazy. After you've dealt with them, you're going to head over to the second tree over here. So, 1 and then 2. And then once you get over to the second tree, you're going to jump up on top of this rock or boulder, and then you're going to see a platform over here. You're just going to climb the platform, and then eventually it'll lead you to the chest. And that is your first chest. After that, you're good to teleport back into Divalian Mist. Your second chest is going to be in Divalian Mist, this big old door right here that leads to the Last Wish raid, and also Blind Well, but we don't want to talk about that second one. It's going to be over here in the zone, and you're going to need to parkour a little bit in the sky. The first steps will start around here, and then you'll need to kind of go backwards and upwards to get to this chest. So you just see on screen and follow as you see. For our next location, we're going to head over to the Strand, which is by Petra over here. Now, there's technically a chest to get in Spine of Caries, which is to the left of Divalian Mist. If you want to get the Triumph for the Dreaming City, you can also get that one. However, for this specific thing, the Riven's Wish, that one is a bit out of the way. It's also by itself and a little bit confusing to actually get to. So I figured I would just show you guys the easiest ones to get for 7 out of 7 for this quest. Otherwise, if you want to get that other chest to get all 10 for this week for the Triumph, I have a full guide for all 10 chests for that as well, and I'll put it in the description below. Now, otherwise, let's head over to the Strand. Here we are at the Strand by Petra. Since we're here, I might as well just show you guys. You can actually buy the tinctures from her. So, right there, you can buy it. I'll just pop another one just to show. Have it active. There you go. And then it costs, what, 5 legendary shards, I think? Yeah. So anyway, now for the chest. There is a normal path that you could take for these, like this, as you can see right there. Instead, we're going to be just cheeky and turn around, go to the back of this shrine, and we're going to climb this rock. And then when we get to the top, well, would you look at that? We're at the chest. So there's that. Now, for under, we're going to go right here, and then fall down, break our legs on the way down, and we're going to go into the Lost Sector right here. It's going to skip to that while we're in there. Now, for Aphelian's Rest and the Ascendant chest, it's going to be at the end of the Lost Sector after the boss fight. So here's the normal chest that you would loot after you get rid of the boss, if you'd like. And then you go straight over here, and the chest is going to be over here. Now, if you don't want to drive through the Lost Sector and deal with the boss, you could also just arrive like normal down this trail. This is where the Thrall would spawn, right there. And then you just go whee with a grapple, and then you just loot the chest like that. So there you go. Now we're going to head outside of the Lost Sector, and we're going to go to Garden of Asilla. So Garden of Asilla is over yonder, and that's where we're gonna head. Ready? Sorry, I don't get to do these a lot, so I just had to put that in there, okay? Now we're actually going to go to Garden. Be right back. Alright, this is the actual entrance, just to show you where that is on the map, right here in the Strand. If you go into the Strand from Divine Mist, you just make a hard right, and then you can head over here. Then you just climb some steps, and eventually it'll say you're in the Garden Zone. Now, I want to make a quick mention that this week, it's also the Ascendant Challenge in Garden of Ascendant, so if you see this portal over here, don't actually pay attention to it for this particular quest. It has nothing to do with the chest. That's a whole separate bounty from Petra. For the chest, you're going to have to be on this middle bridge in the middle of the area. Very easy to get to after you kill a Shrieker. And then the plates will just be right here, and you need to make a climb somewhere around here. Let me open my eyes. There we go. And you just keep ascending until eventually it'll hit a point where you will find the chest. And there you go. Now, immediately after getting this chest, we're at 5 out of 7 currently. What we're going to do is actually not go back to Devalion, but we're going to go over here, this central entrance right here, opposite of that tree. And we're going to take this portal, which is a normal portal, not the Ascendant Challenge, and go head into Harbinger's Seclude. And here, we'll be able to find an extra chest. And then from here, you can also go to Ray Sylvia if you'd like to get your 7th chest. But let's go to the one that's over here in the Confluence first. Now, once you're in this room for the Confluence, what you're going to do is look at the entrance to the old Shattered Throne portal over there. Don't actually go into the room. You're going to go to the left of this door, and then, well, you already see the plate here. Now, this one's a little bit annoying, because once you get at the top, it's, I guess, a mini-maze, you could say. We have to, like, traverse around some stuff to get to the actual chest. So, I may end up looking like an idiot here, but you know what? That's the content, right? Laugh at the streamer / YouTuber. So you make a couple of crawls over here, jump on some platforms, eventually you're going to get to the top. Well, that was much easier than I thought it'd be. Once you've left the Confluence, you're going to head towards this statue right here, go right past it, and then you're going to head to Harbinger's Seclude. Now, this last one that we're going to show you is going to be right near where the Harbinger's Seclude Ascendant Challenge is, which I believe is week 4. Now, we're currently on week 2, so it's not going to be up yet, but it's in the same direction. So we're going to go over here. Instead of the right, make sure you take a left. So from this room, normally, the Ascendant Challenge will be right above that statue's head. And this is where we're going to go, but instead of going over there, we're going to take a little detour right over... One second. Right over here, and this is how you would normally start climbing up to get towards that Ascendant Challenge. But instead of going to the statue, you're going to make a hard left about here. And then instead of going there, you're going this way pretty much. And all you have to do from here is pretty much climb upward, and eventually you're going to fall like that. Let's just keep that in there, you know? Nobody's perfect. You're going to climb up. Make sure you don't fall like me, like an idiot. And then collect your 7th chest. And there you go. That is the 7 chests for the Riven Wishes for this week. Again, Curse Weakest. If you're looking at this video during a different week where it's Curse Growing or Maximum Curse, just look at my Ascendant Challenge / chest videos for that. Again, I will put those in the description below, and that's that. Now, if anybody cares what I would recommend using your Wish token on, I think still your #1 choice, if you don't already have it, should be Apex Predator Crafted. Once you have this crafted, you can either go after the other Last Wish weapons, such as Supremacy or Nation of Beasts. Both are really good. Tyranny of Heaven is one of the best bows in the game as well, and Tekken Force is nothing to slouch at either. Now, if you already have all of these weapons, then me personally, I can farm out Lost Sectors for my exotics. I certainly don't need 46 base exotics in my collections. That's just me. But hey, maybe you don't own Lightfall, and you can still get these without actually owning Lightfall. So, you know what, you can go ahead and grab yourself like a Cenotaph Mask or Pyrogale, what have you. But if you already have Lightfall and you have the Last Wish stuff crafted, then just go for materials. Now, if you're somebody who's like in tune with fashion or whatever, you could go for these mementos. They are pretty rare. You can only get them one time per year, Halloween or Christmas time in these cases. But I think if you're somebody that doesn't have, you know, 30 Ascendant Alloys and 30 Ascendant Shards from running Coil nonstop, then you should probably just go for these. If you do run Coil a lot, then go for the Lost Memento, because I think the Dawning Memento is not nearly as good as the Lost Memento. That's just my personal opinion. And that is it. That is week 2 of the Riven's Wish. I will be back for week 3 again, of course. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. And also, if you want to support the channel / video, feel free to hit the like button and maybe even subscribe today for more content. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.